AudiSee presents The War of the Worlds. The year is 2015 A.D. From the first launching into space in 1961 to the establishment of a base on Jupiter this year, man has not encountered extraterrestrial life forms. For thousands of years, he had looked into the heavens, wondering if there were others. But never did he realize that as he stared into the vast abyss of the unknown, it was possible alien creatures were staring back at him. He could not have imagined that they might be inspecting him, as he does through a microscope, the thousands of transient creatures that swarm and multiply in a drop of water. If this were true, then perhaps the creatures are, at this very moment, focusing in on one of the sprawling super cities, a giant metropolis that stretches across the land for 150 miles. And in it, they could be singling out a high school or a science class for them. It is instructed by a teacher who might not realize he is being examined, even as closely as he is examining lesser forms of life.
But, Mr. Hunter, I don't want to sound like I'm complaining, but we're just going to forget all this stuff anyway. Who really cares about germs?
Believe me, you're all going to care about them, or at least until Monday's exam. But really, bacteria can affect your everyday life. If you don't believe me, try drinking water sometime when you're in one of those Latin American countries. You'll know what being sick is. The people who were born and live there can drink it all day long. Well, you see, because their bodies are used to the bacteria. They've developed natural immunity, which you haven't.
Oh, I feel sick. I think I'm gonna...
Okay. Now, come on now. Listen, do well on this test Monday, and we can go on to something you'll really be interested in. Anatomy.
Mr. Hunter, come on. Yeah.
Our time is up, and you may leave as quietly as possible. Now, have fun studying this weekend, and we'll see you fully re-energized and wide awake Monday morning.
Okay, Mr. Hunter.
Pardon me, I couldn't help but notice you were having problems with your gyro. Is there anything No, it can't be. Tori Randall.
Mase, is that really you? I've got to be dreaming.
Well, let me see. It's been, 10 years since I last saw you? I always had the darndest time explaining to the rest of the kids in the class that you weren't the teacher's pet, just because you live next door.
Well, they had every right. I used to tell my friends that I admired you more than any other person in the world. Besides my dad, of course.
Well, how is he anyway? I never heard a word from him or you after you moved away.
I guess no one ever told you. He died shortly after we moved to Maine.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. So you were left to fend for yourself. What have you been doing all this time?
You're going to kill me, but I followed in your footsteps.
Oh, no.
Well, I received my degree in education last year.
I'll be darned.
I'll be substituting out here in the North Central section for a while. As a matter of fact, I was looking for a place to live when my gyro stopped running. It's getting old.
Well, I'll tell you what. My place, if you remember, is just down the road in the next quadrant. We can call for a service unit from there.
Are you sure? I could just wait here for a while.
Now, climb in and stop wasting
time. All right, but only until I get my gyro fixed. Agreed?
Agreed. Now, get in. Here, let me help you.
Mind if I watch the televiewer?
It's all yours.
It was positioned at this point behind Saturn, according to Astrotech, before this strange occurrence took place.
Hey, wait a second. Turn it back.
No one is quite sure what to make of it yet, but scientists at Astrotech will continue to search for clues to this strange mystery.
What is
Just to repeat, about 1 hour ago, certain tracking units discovered that an insignificant mini-planet, which had been orbiting beyond Saturn, had disappeared from its normal orbit amid spectacular flashes of light. After scanning for any signs of its remains, experts are baffled by its disappearance. Stay tuned to this station for further information.
Well, I wonder why it disappeared.
Probably got repossessed. Tori, Millie, my mechanical wife.
And Clyde.
She does the cooking, the housework, and picks up after me, but she's terrible at rubbing back.
Well, Millie, I guess we're in the same boat. I'm not much good at that either.
I don't believe a word of it. Hey, how'd you like some lunch? Millie makes an excellent bouillabaisse.
Oh, no thanks if you don't mind. I think I'd like to turn on the televiewer and see if there's anything new on that missing planet.
Oh, go ahead. It's right over here.
Mysterious object has suddenly appeared in orbit around the Earth. Scientists believe it is the missing planetoid reported earlier. I have here the renowned astrologer, Dr. Hans Brechtmeier. Dr. Brechtmeier, do you believe this is indeed the same asteroid that's missing? And if so, how has it appeared without being detected by our tracking stations throughout the solar system?
To answer your first question, yes, it is the same asteroid. We have compared readings of density, weight, and analysis of the color spectrum of both planets, and there can be no doubt. They are one in the same. We can only speculate on the second question. The planet must have taken a leap through hyperspace, which would have enabled it...
Ladies and gentlemen, we've just received word that projectiles are being launched from the small planet toward Earth. Computer analysis shows they're hostile. To add to the seriousness of the situation, I'm told that the bulk of our Starfleet is scattered at bases throughout the solar system. It may take weeks for them to reach us. Our very lives are going to depend on a small fleet of reserves. It's hard to believe this is really happening, but we are under attack. At this moment, our ships are racing to intercept the projectiles. We have a camera ship in the Charlie Alpha wing among the Starfleet. We should be receiving a picture at any moment.
This is Flight Command. All wings report in. Big Apple leader standing by. Blue Fox leader standing by. Crazy Horse leader standing by. Charlie Alpha leader standing by. Red Tangle leader standing by. All wings, we're go for rendezvous at 1200. Proceed with attack formation. Look at the size of the fleet. Don't let that worry you, boy. They're moving like space barrels. It'll be like target practice. Will you look at that? I hit him right on the nose and didn't even phase him. They must be using some kind of deflector shield. Our blaster bouncing right off. I'm with you, Blue Fox. We can't hit a thing. Wing leaders, we're tracking hundreds of new marks heading your way at Mach 20. I've got a visual sighting. Look how fast they're coming. What about those tin cans we've been shooting at? You'll have to give up on them. They're heading toward Earth. We'll pick them up from here with the missiles. Go after the nose sighting. Roger, Flight Command. Here we go, boys. Give them everything you got. I've got one on my tail. Can't shake him. Hold on, Neil. I'm coming in behind. I can't hit him. Look at the way he maneuvers that thing. Watch out, Frank. Do not to 315. I can't see him. We can't hold them. Troop spotter has gone up. It's a good problem. Port engine is... They're all over us. We're being cut down like flies. I've got three of them coming up. This is Charlie Alpha leader. Almost everyone gone. Only three of us left. We'll try to make a final effort. I'm going to draw their fire, so fellows, shoot your best shot. It's suicide, man. Don't do it. Now they're coming after us. We gave them a go of it. We really did. Well, it looks as though we had.
We've lost all contact now with the Starfleet. But we have a new development. The alien projectiles have safely eluded our proton missiles and are landing at various points around the city and the nation. We're switching to our reporter in the northeast sector where one of these objects has landed. Are you there, Maureen?
Yes, Merrill, this is Maureen Kerr at the scene, which up until now has been a one-sided battle. Here sits this huge hulk, while the 3rd Infantry Unit is bombarding it with their lasers. No heavier weapons are being used because this is a populated area. Fortunately, there were no injuries when the craft landed. Just a minute.
All right, you ready to go?
There's something coming out of the top. It looks like some sort of mechanical snake peering over the rim.
Move them people out of there.
The thing has just opened fire. It's destroying everything, and nothing seems to harm it. And now the cylinder is opening up. Yes, I don't believe my eyes. It's like nothing I've seen before. A machine stepping out from inside. The neck has just gone this way.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've lost contact with our reporter. We're in a state of emergency. Our city is under siege.
I can't stand
Evacuation
anymore.
is underway
Turn it
at
off.
this very moment.
Oh, Mase, what are we going to do? It's so terrible.
Now, take it easy. Take it easy. There's got to be a way out of this. We've survived other catastrophes, and we're going to survive this one.
And so, man's nightmare has begun. Homo sapiens is no longer the dominant species on this planet, but instead has become an inferior form of life. One whose war maneuvers are looked upon as a mere annoyance, an insect which must be brushed out of the way. A superior being has taken his place, one who would snuff out the life of an earthling without an ounce of remorse. Now mankind can only wait for one of the most terrifying dramas in the history of the earth to unfold, the fight for his survival.
Another building. It's gone. I can't believe this is the same one that I drove down yesterday. There's hardly anything left.
Oh, Mase, all those people, just to think they were healthy and breathing, and now
Take it easy. Take it easy. It's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. Feel better now?
I think I can manage. I just feel so...
I know. I feel the same. But if we're going to survive this thing, we've got to keep level heads from here on out. I'm going outside now to see if there are any survivors. Will you be okay?
Sure. Mase?
Yeah?
Well, hurry back.
Stayed until the ambulance units arrived. It's a real mess out there.
But any survivors?
We found a few under the collapsed buildings, but none in the street. I've come to a conclusion.
What's that?
Those things aren't going to stop until they've destroyed everything. We were lucky to have been overlooked. We've got no choice but to get out of the city.
But how? If we go into the streets, either the machines will get us or we'll be trampled by all the others who have the same idea.
There's another way, and I don't believe anyone has thought about it.
Another way?
Well, come here and I'll show you. This is a map of our entire region. The mountainous area over here is where we're going. As you can see, it's almost due east from our position.
Yeah, but how...
Just a minute. I'm coming to that. A number of years ago, I worked for the Postal Service as a shipment route. I know almost every freight passageway from here to Central Asia.
Oh, that's fine if you want to ship a package, but I still don't understand.
We are going to ship ourselves.
Is that possible?
It's not going to be a very comfortable ride, but it'll get us there. I'll have Millie study the diagram and program our route for us.
Do you think it'll really work, Mase?
Well, we're sure going to give it a try. Now, get some sleep. You can have my room. I'll camp out here on the sofa. You get an early start in the morning. Quick, let's get a move on. We haven't got much time.
What time is it?
It's 4:30 in the morning, but never mind that. Listen.
Oh, yes. I hear it. I'm awake now.
Put on this backpack. I had Millie make one up for each of us. Now, we've got enough rations to live on for a month. Let's go.
Well, isn't Millie coming?
No, she'll be better off here. She'd have a terrible time trying to climb that rough terrain. So long, Millie. Don't move. I don't think it saw us. We'll take the underground parking exit.
Mase, those things are so eerie sounding. I almost feel as though I'm going to lose control of myself.
You better maintain your sanity now. You may need every ounce of it for our trip. Okay, hold it. I'll see if the streets are clear. All right, the postal annex is only around the block. Now stay close behind me and don't do any window shopping on the way. Down this way.
Jesus, Mase.
Quick, through the entrance. The tubes are just down this walkway.
Destroying the building, Mase.
Look, there the tubes are, and I can see a transport inside the lower one. Go ahead, get inside.
Hurry, Mase.
Okay, it's accepting the card. Yeah, move over. Well, we're on our way, but we aren't in the clear yet. Not until we reach the mountains.
Are we there?
No, we're at Annex 131A, about 15 miles shy of our destination.
Well, why have we stopped then?
Don't know. Better get out and see. Just as I thought, I'm mad. There was a new route added to the system, so it brought us to one of the new junkies we picked out. What's wrong?
Oh, it's a man's body. Oh, it's horrible, Mase.
Yeah, I see what you mean. You're going to find this hard to believe, but he appears to be in his early 20s.
Well, that's impossible. Look at his skin, how shriveled up it is.
Almost like a prune, isn't it?
What are you trying to say?
I stayed in med school long enough to know what could have caused this condition. The body has been completely drained of all its fluids.
But who would have done such a...
Who do you think? I wondered what that machine was doing with those people it placed inside the hatch. Tori, they feed on human beings.
Oh, the thought of it makes my skin crawl.
I know, but we can't think about it anymore. We've got to find a way to reprogram this card. Of course, the Master Control Office will probably have one for the exact route we want. Come on. Here it is. Now, you stay in front of the door and keep guard.
Don't leave me here by myself.
You know as well as I do. Both of us went in and one of those machines came strolling up the street. We'd be trapped for sure.
All right, you're always so darn logical.
Now, let me know if you hear anything, the slightest sound.
Have you found it yet? I think I hear something.
No, not yet. And it's probably your imagination.
Oh, please hurry, Mase. I don't like being out here by myself. You found it. Good, let's get...
Tori, there's no need. Tori! Tori, it's dead already.
I don't understand. It just fell on the floor.
Watch out! We're cut off. We can't escape.
It's not firing, Mase. Nothing's happening.
We should be dead. We can't stay here forever. I'm going to make a move.
It didn't do anything, Mase.
Wait a minute. I see something on the bottom of this thing. Well, there's a door open. I'm going to take a closer look. It's another creature inside. Come here, take a look.
But
I said come here, look at this.
It's dead. Just like the other one.
Wait a minute, listen.
What?
There's no more explosions. They've stopped their destruction. They're all dying. The answer must have been here, right in front of our eyes, all this time.
I don't understand.
They were killed by disease. Their bodies had no immunities to our bacteria. We've been set loose by the very thing that's plagued mankind since the beginning of time. We're free, Tori. We're free!
The freedom of man. Will he make better use of it now than he has in the past? Only time will tell.